mean, I'm willing to test to see how far I can go, basically.
Well, I think you need to add ritual to it.
Possible. The one time I did
like
think I felt something was under meditation, under ACO4 DMT.
Yeah, because like a lot of that shit, right, is really just objects to allow you to open up your subconscious, right? Like the dagger on the table represents, you know, what it represents. The bell, like all that shit there is just to get you into that kind of frame of mind, right?
Sure.
You need that stuff because we have friends that we know that say you don't need that stuff, that's like basic level, you know, first level or second level.
I agree with him.
Yeah. Occult, mental conditioning.
Sure.
You know?
I think if you're skilled enough, I don't think you need this imagery in order to get there. But I'm not opposed to people. I mean, I don't practice greater magic. Not anymore. I did when I was younger, but I didn't get to where I wanted to go with it, and I kind of gave up on it. But
what did call to you didn't give you results. Right?
Exactly. That's why I don't
give you results.
Why I don't do certain drugs, because I tried them and I didn't make me feel like I had hoped to feel doing them, so I don't do them anymore. It's kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
They're still there. Yeah.
Yeah. But they definitely opened up the gates of perception for sure.
Oh yeah. You know what though? I swear to God, like, I mean, like, well, you know, being middle-aged now, right? Although I don't act like it. Being middle-aged now, it's like when I like to talk about the music like that I like to trip to, like when I'm tripping, you know, and people that are like half my age are like, the fuck, like, you know, but then I think of like when I was that age and I'm like listening, tripping with older people, and they're like, put on some Pink Floyd, man, put on some Doors. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, you know what I'm saying? So. I don't know. I don't even know why I brought that up. Just something made me think.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Like the youth don't understand the old, and the old don't understand the youth.
It's like if you put on another motherfucking Doors thing, I'm fucking leaving. Even high on 5 hits of acid, I'm walking the fuck out of here. If I hear another goddamn People Are Stranger Riders in the Storm, I'm fucking gone, man.
Well, that's first level. That's like first level shit.
Put on some KMFDM. Let's go.
Well, even for me, that feels real. Like it would ground me too much to that person's consciousness.
Oh, yeah, Jim. I don't know.
It was cool, but like when I was first doing fucking LSD, fine when I was partying with it, but when I started getting serious, like I couldn't ground myself to a genre of music of any kind. Like I almost have to hear like drumming or like something to kind of get me, or nothing at all.
Yep, me too, man. Yeah, I don't want to get caught up on the musician's thing, because that's his thing. You know, I want to be on my own trip. The sounds of Saturn, though, man. Last couple of DMT times I've gone under has been listening to the sounds of Saturn. I like that. Yeah, because that throw.
That's from Mike, man.
Awesome.
Mike, our buddy Mike. He's a tattoo shop artist out. Tattoo shop artist. He's a tattoo artist out in San Diego over at Metropolis Tattoo. When things open up and people can get tattoos, go see fucking Mike in San Diego. He's an awesome artist. Look him up on Facebook. I can't say enough, but that's what he turned me on to those sounds. Kind of similar to binaural beats in a way. You know, you're hearing really old sounds of the cosmos. Maybe that could get you into it. Oh, yeah. I guess it's whatever tool that would work for you.
Yeah, if you're big onto the the planetary vibrations and tones like that, which I think is real, the frequencies and stuff, I think is part of the fabric of the universe, right? That I believe in that.
Well, so is supposedly oming during meditation.
The whole, like, is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, because we could all, like me and you right now, we could have a moment where we harmonize for one moment.
Right.
And so you're internally harmonizing with yourself. At least that's the idea. Like,
it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Maybe that's part of chanting a ritual that they try to unity.
Well, remembrance of certain things over and over again will open you up open yourself up to the basic idea of that message, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
especially, I mean, the people who die, right, in Hinduism, right? They Tibetan Hinduism, they rehearse the Tibetan Book of the Dead in hopes that when they die, that they can remember the doctrines that were said, right?
Okay.
There's a movie about that. You ever watched the movie Enter the Void?
No, I've heard of it though.
Yeah,
Is it good?
it goes a lot like that. Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's at least how they describe it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it's real or not, but it's interesting that you pre-program your brain to guide yourself through death.
Okay. No, I've never seen the movie. Sounds cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, but that's the concept of their Tibetan Book of the Dead, is that you memorize that
Okay.
over and over again in hopes that when you're dying that you can guide yourself through the afterlife or whatever that afterlife may be, or to the next level while you're dying.
Hmm.
You know,
That would be cool.
it would be.
It has merit, yeah.
There's some interesting fucking shit to some of that, like the guys who meditate when they die and then they cast them in gold. You seen that shit?
No, but if the Egyptians had some pretty creepy, weird, macabre things to do with their
Yeah,
dead.
no, this is Tibetan though. They like there are monks who take herbs on the part of death and they meditate the whole fucking time and they die, or they supposedly pass on in a state of meditation.
Okay.
But according to the monks, those people are still alive in some way. Their soul is still connected to their fucking body.
Okay.
So they bronze them in gold and shit. Like, you can look this shit up. It's some weird fucking shit. They put themselves in a state just before they know they're gonna die, and they put themselves in a state of meditation during death. And then
That's
they
cool.
bronze the guys or gold, pour gold on motherfuckers.
While they're still alive, they bronze them?
I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, fuck. It could. I don't know.
Right on.
It's possible. I'm a heathen. Anything's possible.
You were talking about the Devil's Reign, man. It's funny you mentioned that because, like,
Yeah.
dude, I watched that movie since I was 14. Seriously, and I used to drop acid and watch the movie. I've seen that movie about 50 times, man, and half of them under good amount of doses of LSD. And man, I can read that as a script, and the stuff you pick up on that movie, the subtleties of it, you know, the subliminal, suggestive stuff, is mind blowing. It's like,
well, it's because LaVey was a consultant.
Of course he was. He had
and an actor in that film. He was an extra in that film, but he was also a consultant.
He had a line in it. They said, "Has the vessel been prepared?" He goes, "It has." That was his only line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, he was trying to take it to the next level, right?
I'd like to see them remake it. That'd be great. I don't know who would star in it, but I mean, you're not gonna be able to top Shatner though, cause being the star of that.
I think there is a remake, like a B movie remake, but it wasn't as good or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't beat The Devil's Reign as far as
I
quality
think
acting?
it's like The Devil's Revenge or something like that. Yeah, it's Shatner in it. I think it's little known.
Oh wow, Shatner's in it. That would be.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was looking it up today. I was looking to go watch it, and I was, you know, I had to go and look for it on YouTube to be able to see it. But it was
Wow.
I was trying to look for it on Prime, and they couldn't find it or anything. But there was another one that was The Devil's Revenge or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, dude, forget.
I think Shatner was the only remaining character.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I think everybody else is dead now. Oh wow. So he's like, so it's a newer remake then.
I don't know. I mean, we might want to look that up. I couldn't tell you, but I don't think LaVey had any part of that one. No,
well,
I think
okay. Yeah. I'm sure. LaVey died in what, 97? Yeah, I think so.
Had to have been. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good movie. If anybody hasn't seen it, you can watch it free on YouTube. It's The Devil's Reign. It's classic. I mean, it has.
Well, it's not free.
Classic.
It's like $2. It's like $2.99.
Oh, really? They pulled the free one off? Okay, maybe they pulled the free one off.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, it's great. It's great, and yeah, it stars William Shatner. I think it's his first starring role in a film. I think I did Star Trek, but he hadn't been.
Well, yeah, he had just gotten out of
Star.
Star Trek. There was an interview that I just saw where he said, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to go back to Star Trek, but I got this new movie, Devil's Reign."
Yeah, it was John Travolta's first film too.
Yeah.
Yep, and he has one line. He goes, "Blasphemer, blasphemer." That's his one line, but it shows him a couple times in there running around.
Yeah.
He's a snitch in the Devil's Reign.
Yeah.
And it has Ernest Borgnine, which is great. He plays a great sinister Corvus, who's he's chasing around. The story goes is this family has stolen these souls that Corvus, who's the ambassador of Satan, was promised to deliver to Satan. And so they've been hiding it from Corvus, and he comes back and it wants these souls. And he it's pretty good. It's classic occult B horror, cheesy acting, like, but it's so bad it's really good. I mean, I think so. But it has LaVey in it. LaVey was a technical consultant, and he was also he wrote some of it, and he actually is in it. You can see him in it in a couple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, back when he was a young man and stuff.
Yeah, when they walk into the church, like in one of the scenes, you could tell it was designed by LaVey because it's all trapezoidal and had the animal, faces and stuff, and the inverted pentagram. I mean, it was very ritualistic of, from a LaVeyan aspect,
Yeah.
I think even the music was out of parts of the satanic ritual and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Well, he was a musician. He liked to goof around too. He liked to do his thing. Like he has albums and stuff. But I hope that I don't know.
I don't know.
I just well, I mean, remember when he showed me that Pepe Satan thing? That was really weird.
Pepe Saint? Oh.
The frog Pepe, how they use the frog Pepe in a lot of like memes and stuff.
I don't recall. No.
You showed it to me and you asked it was weird, okay? It was like the frog, he was green, it says Hail Satan. And then he looks down and it was weird.
Sure was me.
That was you. Okay, we'll delete that part out of this thing.
That's all right. I mean, nothing is deleted. Unless it's me fucking up. No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe it was. I just forgot. That's cool. I have no idea about the frog. Anything about frogs and Satan.
Okay. Well, no. I mean, going back to you were talking about. You posted something earlier about Satan Island.
No.
Remember, it was something with Lucian Greaves, Satan Island.
Yeah. Okay, the cartoons. I was making fun of the Satanic Temple, and how on Reddit they posted this like Satan Island, and it's all like cartoon characters, like kids characters with like rainbow colored T-shirts and inverted pentagrams, and posted this little fucking cartoon gay like My Little Pony thing. And it's like, And I'm just like, I posted this meme. It's like, this is what Satanism is, because it was posted on Reddit and had like 500 thumbs up, like that's cool. It's like, that's fucking gay. No, and not gay as in LGBT gay, like gay as in like it's gay. Anyway,
each their own, man. It's 2020.
There's my rant. I just gave up on my rant, but yeah,
it's all good.
I want to bring back put the S used to stand for sinister, right? And Satanism. The S stand for sinister. Now it stands for silly. So,
well, it's about destroy and replace, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Salve coagula, man. Look at the Baphomet sign. What if protesters took to that literally?
Okay.
What if that's an actual plan? Like, I mean, look at all the things that have happened currently with music and culture and whatnot. Even Satanism itself has been it's been taken down a notch, right? It's not as serious as it was to some, and
that would be great.
More politically active now depending on the sect, right, or what has been thrown into the whole loop with like even the Satanic Temple. Yeah.
Well, I try to give them credit. Credit as critical as I am of them, I do give them credit where it's due, like for for pushing the First Amendment constitutional rights, using that Baphomet as a monument, as a tool to get the Ten Commandments monuments taken down throughout the country. I mean, I think that's fucking great. I think there's certainly nothing unsatanic about doing that at all. I think they just got a little distracted when they got big with and they're attracting the wrong types of people who have no interest in Satanism or the occult. They just want to be edgy and cool. And now you have a bunch of LGBT alt left people running around going, "You're not a Satanist, you're an edgy Republican." It's like, really? You can't even spell the name LaVey. Well, who's LaVey? Oh, get out of here. Sorry. That's just my opinion. But you know what? I'm an old guard, right? I read the Satanic Bible in 1989. So
well,
yeah,
that's where a lot of us are standing.
right. It's just, you know, but yeah.
You know? But if you look at the pathway, I think that Salve and Coagula has been used quite a bit.
Yeah, it has. It absolutely has. And on a certain level and a certain view of perspective, it is opening a lot of people up, because even for every 100 people that are like, "Hail Satan," and have no idea what that means, they think it's something LGBT thing, which is what most people think now. "Hail Satan, I'm gay." It's like, okay, you're gay, but you're not Hail Satan, and you don't know what that means. Whatever.
Well,
for 100 of those people,
maybe they do.
one of those
maybe
people.
What does it mean to be that way? What if that's the way they do? I don't know. Like, I can judge them. It's okay to judge, I guess. Left hand path, but
If the
at the
Satanic
same
Temple,
time, like, okay, if we've talked about this before, like traditionally, like against the church, which has been very anti-gay, anti anything outside of their box, right? You have a ton of people who are outsiders. You know, I mean, as much as I don't like the SJW shit or the left hand path shit, right? Some of it, like, it almost feels like they've taken in those that were considered sinful within that society, though.
yes, like exactly.
And like, instead of trying to convert like Christians to make cakes,
well,
you know what I'm saying? Like you develop. I mean, there's been pagan paths within the gay community for a while, even before
a long
a
time
left-hand
before.
path.
Right.
The hedonist aspect of Satanism, or the left-hand path.
Well, the Church of Satan, and even back in the 60s, I mean, it was always open for the LGBT community. It wasn't stressed as being like the dominant factor, because it wasn't a dominant factor. It didn't matter if you were gay. So, oh, you're gay.
What about the path to complete nihilism and hedonism, though? That, like, what if that path goes to further taboos? I mean, if every taboo has been crossed, what's the last taboo? Child molestation, fucking animal.
I know you lost me.
Which goes against the LaVeyan path, but those are paths that have been brought up within this community at times, right? Whether it be an unnatural observation by those who are not of that path, but also by in a degree to those of the left, the far left, who are embracing those things.
The far left are embracing stuff like the taboos, like
absolutely, yes,
like pedophilia and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there are TED Talks right now, and different people on the far left trying to normalize this.
Wow, that's sad. Give me a bullet. Now you can call me conservative.
Throws this in along with Satanism. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, whether it be actual proof of that, or the direction that the image is being taken. You gotta believe there's some crazy theists out there, right? Some crazy hedonist fucking. I mean, you've been on the hedonist theist page, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
yeah.
You've heard a lot of these people talk. Some of it's ego and just nihilism, and some of it, like, there are legit aspects of the darkness that attracts people with fucking serious issues, right? And that's not just Satanism. It's goth, heavy metal, We'll even go back to what was originally punk rock at some point. Like I've seen those like in any aspects of that.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, those extreme taboos like pedophilia, animal sacrifices, animal fucking whatever you call them, bestiality, Furbies or furries or Furbies, furries,
Okay.
fuzzies, whatever the fuck those guys are that dress in bear stuffed animals and fuck each other in the woods. Those guys,
Furries.
furries, yeah, Furbies. Yeah, furries. Yeah, all that shit. That has nothing to do with occultism. That's just sick people, and they're attaching it to occultism because they think that it will be accepted because they know Christianity won't accept it. So let's move to Satanism. They must accept it. Let's go to the other extreme. It's like, no, we don't want you either. You sick fuck. Get out of here.
I guess so.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you put them,
how you feel? So then you're a Satanist with morals.
Well, yeah, Satanism should have morality. They should have morals. I'm actually a very moral person. My moral code, though, it just isn't dictated by the Ten Commandments. It's dictated by reality.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to confront you on this. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing it up to bring it up.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
An observation.
The Satanists with morals. Yeah, I believe fucking children are wrong. I believe.
Well, that was the tenets of LaVey, like was taking anything by force or doing anything against another life form's will.
Right? It's interesting. It's like satanic morals are basically, it's not anything. It's something that should be common sense and natural to what other animals follow. I mean, well, we would hope, right? I mean, it's like it's not. You're not born with the desire to fuck children. You know what I'm saying? Somehow you got broken and twisted sideways. Probably because someone did it to you, but whatever. Who knows? I'm not even going to go on the psychological aspects of it. But yeah, I mean, it's a natural born
but you're
sense
seeing
of right
where
and
that's
wrong.
being connected towards that. Like it's almost like a new satanic panic almost.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about other third parties other than Satanists are connecting that to Satanism. That's been going on forever. That's been going on since that was big in the 80s, man. The satanic panic.
No, I know, but it's almost like a creation of a new satanic panic, like on purpose.
Do you think maybe because Satanic Temple, who are now predominantly in the limelight, keep focusing on kids, keep focusing on LGBT stuff? They're putting kids, after school kids programs and stuff. There's kids standing next to the fucking Baphomet monument, which I said at the beginning in 2012, 2013, that was a bad idea. And Lucian said, well, I didn't design it, something like that. And it was like, why are these fucking kids? I get it because they're looking up and like, oh, but get fucking kids away from anything to do with Satanism.
Well,
I think so. I mean, that's my opinion, but whatever.
I know. I think that there's a definite pull towards that, like to become a polarizing, like political far left, like
blend Satanism
using it as Satan as an adversary to push far left politics.
Right. I think that's retarded, but my opinion. I think you can be a Satanist and be left. No, not a problem. I mean, I'm left on a lot of things, but I don't think that you should make the political left thing, put that in front of Satanism. I think that is a secondary thing that should be behind it.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. I think that it should be based on your own path and whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Well, and here's a good example. There's a dude in the San Diego chapter. He's a gay dude. He's a biker dude, and he's a good guy, man. And and we were talking about this a little bit because he's a homosexual, and like we were talking about it, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, I don't see how that's not relevant to me being a Satanist at all. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. He's like, so I'm a Satanist and I happen to be gay. It's like, exactly. Not I'm gay, now I'm a Satanist. It's like, I'm a Satanist and I'm gay. It's like, whatever. But he doesn't go out and flamboyantly like, gay pride parade and all that stuff. It's like, it's just, I get maybe you can use Satan as a way to push the left and even the LGBT thing, into the community. But if Satanism is already misunderstood, it's already disliked, why are you going to attach something, if you're trying to do positive things for the LGBT community, why are you going to try to attach it to something that already has a negative perception to use that to drive it forward? Now you're just shocking people.
Because you're giving the Christians the apocalypse that they wanted.
Well, there you go. If it's a shock value, then I kind of get it. But I
Giving
don't.
them the apocalypse that they wanted, like the apocalypse that they so have been trying to push on everyone else. Your physically manifestation through thought and action,
So
giving them,
you're trolling. You're trolling Christianity. You're trolling them. Kind
and at the same time psychologically.
Okay.
Because to this day, there's still fucking preachers that talk about how D&D is fucking satanic.
D&D. Who's played fucking D&D in like 20 years?
No, but you know what I'm saying, though. There's still people
No.
who are stuck on that shit within evangelicalism.
Okay.
And music.
If it's to terrorize Christianity and to give people heart attacks in the Bible Belt, then I get it in that sense for shock value. It's kind of like a Marilyn Manson type thing where it's like, okay, you wanted it, now you got it, type in your face thing. I'm down with and I get. But as a real political thing to make it more socially acceptable, it's going to backfire. You know what I'm saying? Attaching to push homosexual rights onto a very conservative group, you don't use Satanism to do it. I think that's retarded. But if it's for a shock value, just to piss them off and to fucking kick them in the balls, great. I get that. And that's kind of fun. It is kind of fun, but that's where most people jump off. That's where most people will stop with Satanism, is that.
Well, what about the sake for just being evil, or for the sake of being sinister, or the sake of, for some who wish for the end of the world?
That's what we have. Death metal.
You have those that are into that, though, right?
Absolutely, and that's why we have death metal.
Yeah, get it out of the system, all right?
I guess, man. You know what? I think it's all a form of rebellion. I think if you're trying to expose
against the body politic.
Like I said, if the Satanic Temple, if every 100 person that is attracted to Satanism or what they call Satanism is coming through the Satanic Temple, if one of those person actually goes off and starts to study the occult and starts to, study the left-hand path and stuff like that, then yeah.
Well, there's many versions of the occult, right? Like, it's not just based on left-hand path stuff. There are occultists within Judaism and Christianity and Muslim spiritualities. There are occult aspects to Catholicism.
Yeah.
Outside of miracles, there are people who practice hoodoo, even voodoo, right? Would be considered a part of Catholicism, though left-hand path. Okay. So, I mean, occultism is a broad range of things, even outside of left or right-hand path.
What does the occult means? What? Hidden. Unknown? Right.
Hidden.
Yep. So the occultism would be the study of unknown or hidden things. That's pretty vague. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. I'm like, the beads of sweats are rolling here.
All right, we'll do another one. This is a tester.
Absolutely. No, this is a good one. I like it. And the next one's we're gonna go live, assuming that this works, and it looks like it has. But I'm just gonna stop recording you. We can see online.
Sounds good.